So hey guys, today we are going to dive in how the Indian government screwed up the MBBS dream for the middle class. So let's see first how India destroyed its medical field. Section 1, the numbers. Let's start with the numbers because as Mr. Albert said, maths is the language of the universe. So the numbers. 2025 में लगभग 24 लाख से ज़्यादा नीट एस्पिरेंट्स ने नीट के लिए अप्लाई किया. टोटल MBBS सीट्स 1.18 lakh. That too including the private medical colleges sector. And just so you know, these private medical colleges which are owned by some fancy minister who bought the land from the government on dirt cheap prices in the name of education, and nearly each and every one of these demand donation. Yes, donation, which ranges from around 12 lakhs to some crores. I know this क्योंकि मेरी खुद की फैमिली कुछ साल पहले इसी लाइन में खड़ी थी डोनेशन देने के लिए. But by the grace of the God, I didn't take the admission. So coming back to the point, the actual number of MBBS seats for the common man like you and me falls around 59,782 seats. यानी कि 40 स्टूडेंट पर सीट. अब एट द एंड ऑफ द डे एडमिशन तो किसी एक का ही होगा, तो उन 40 बच्चों में से इसका मतलब ये तो नहीं कि सब बच्चे अनडिजर्विंग है. 40 में से कम 39 नहीं तो 15 तो कम से कम डिजर्विंग है. They deserve the same seat as the one who got it. Just the difference comes where the fault lies in the system. But neither of us can cause any change. So let's just shush ourselves and find the next viable option for you guys and go ahead in our story. These were the same situations that the upper middle class MBBS aspirants of 1990s faced. Yes, you heard it right. The upper middle class NEET aspirant of, sorry, not NEET, but MBBS aspirant of 1990s faced the same problems as you are facing today in 2024. So like in, what can you say, in like 3 decades, nothing has changed. हाँ, आप बोल सकते हैं कि MBBS colleges बढ़े हैं, MBBS seats बढ़े हैं, but in proportion to the population growth, अगर 140 करोड़ की आबादी है तो आप 60,000 MBBS सीट कैसे प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं? How is that feasible? But let's continue in our topic. So these 1990s MBBS aspirant faced the same problems as you are facing now. So they calculated everything like how much would the private medical college cost, how much would it take to gain back the capital lost in donation and in fees, which would still range in crores. So one option was to either get an MBBS GMC, which was, the chances were pretty slim. Then the another option was to take private college. Third option was to repeat and appear next year for GMC. But the fourth option, which started gaining popularity around the 1990s, was MBBS abroad. So this was a pretty charming offer, if you ask me, because government recognized universities, full syllabus for your entire course of 5 to 6 years in English, plus fees a fraction of what the Indian Medical Society demands. Now that's a steal, if you ask me. And so did the students of that time thought. So the student went to study in countries like Philippines, Ukraine, Belarus, and last but not the least, are the giant player Russia. Let's stop the video here. In next video, we'll go in depth on how these countries like Belarus, Russia, Ukraine, Philippines become a safe haven for the MBBS aspirants. So let's see in the next video, we'll dive in the history of MBBS abroad, and it gave MBBS and to give MBBS aspirants like you a practical answer on what you should choose, and just a guide for you basically, because history always repeats itself. So, because frankly, even if it's everybody's wet dream to get in GMC, but it's just not possible. And I'm not saying in like a way that it's just not possible, don't do it, and you would just take it in your mind that I will do it, I will prove it wrong. No, just do the maths. 40 students for one seat, 25 lakh appearing. What are the chances that you would be that one? If you got in, very well. But for the majority, it's like you're one out of 40 wolves who are fighting for one sheep. See your chances.